Good day, everyone. My name is Kądzielska, and welcome to Poland Daily Culture. In this series of programs, I'll be talking to Michał Laszczkowski, the head of Cultural Heritage Foundation in Poland. If not for Michał, many great pieces of architecture would be still in pieces, if not gone forever. Michał, thank you for finding time to be with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
But before we start the interview, let's see some shots of his actions. Michał, you are the head of Polish Cultural Heritage Foundation, which organizes a lot of restoration projects all over Poland, but not only. And basically, you initiated it all from the very beginning. How did it all started?
Well, it started during my academic studies. I used to be a member of the student fraternity, which was established in Riga, in Latvia, at the Technical University in 19th century. So when I visited Riga for the first time, I went to the university building, and I found a punishment cell, a small room where the rector of the Technical University was allowed to punish students, taking them into the kind of prison. They were sitting there since at least 2 weeks, not less than 12 hours, and they put plenty of drawings on the walls of this small room. There was something about 25% of students were Polish, but the drawings are mainly made by Polish hands. So we decided to start doing something to renovate it. We established a student association which help us to possess some money from the Ministry of Culture and National Heritage of Poland, and it was our first project. After 4 years, we renovated all the drawings there. There was a large celebration with the Polish president who opened this punishment cell, this karcer, after the renovation. And in between, we started to visit other states, other places connected to Polish culture, started to organize restoration works. But this one was the first, was kind of tricky idea to organize a special Polish place in Riga, because there were plenty of Poles in the 19th century, but there are not many places where we can show Polish existence in Riga. Right now it is. The punishment cell is a place where Polish ambassador always invites his guests to show how Polish people were active in Riga in the 19th century.
Absolutely amazing, then, to be honest. And how it later developed into something, because you right now are doing projects in lots of countries, not only in the eastern borders, so Ukraine, Belarus, but also in France or
Yes, Polish culture, Polish history is very complicated. The borders has been moved. The people has been deported from the eastern lands. Some people had to emigrate in 19th century. That's why, if we think about Polish culture as a one Polish culture, it consists of the things, the monuments we left on the behind the eastern border, but also the things that were done by Polish immigrants in the western lands. That's why we are trying to find the tombstones of the important Polish immigrants in France and in Italy, but also we are protecting cemeteries and churches and other monuments in the eastern parts of our continent. We think about the heritage as about the common Central Eastern European culture, because all the nations that are today having its own independent states used to be in one state, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, and it's our common culture here in Central Eastern Europe.
Amazing, to be honest. And tell me, please, how your foundation works right now, because as I understand, it started as a student's project, but developed something as a institution already.
Well, it started in 2012. Yes, we established it with my friend from student fraternity, and the first projects were quite small. It was 1 or 2 projects each year. Right now, it's more than 20 projects each year in 5 countries. So right now we are working mostly in Ukraine. Most of our projects are taking place in Ukraine, in Lwów, in Kądzielski, in Ołyka nearby Łódzk, in Kuty, but also we are developing projects in Latvia, in France. So right now we are one of the most important institutions, non-governmental institutions supporting Polish heritage abroad. We are active also in Poland. We are supporting renovation of Tatar cemeteries in the eastern Poland, in Studzianka, Zastawek this year, hopefully Bohoniki. But our largest project is in Warsaw. It takes place on the Warsaw Jewish Cemetery, where there are more than 90,000 existing Jewish tombstones, which makes it the largest collection of Jewish tombstone in Europe.
Sounds amazing. And tell me, please, what was the most difficult at the very beginning? Because I understand it's kind of developed naturally. It wasn't pushed by any other institution, but you and your friend, and then you started gathering other friends, other students, other people. And how did you allow it to grow so big?
At the early beginning, there were only 2 of us. We decided that we are able to possess some grants to participate in grant programs of Ministry of Culture and National Heritage. Later on, we started to possess some money from the other sources, like Polish Senate, like Ministry of Foreign Affairs, like private donators. And our projects were larger and larger. And right now we are working in the biggest Polish project abroad, Polish cultural project abroad, for example, in the Laszczkowski cemetery. It's the largest renovation process all over the world, taken by the public governmental funds. So we are restoring we restored more than 100 tombstones. Of not only graves of important people, important artists, politicians, soldiers, but also very valuable masterpieces, pieces of architecture, pieces of art. It's when we started that project, we had only 5 tombstones renovated each year. Right now, it's at least not less than 10, sometimes even 20. It's the only one existing veteran quartier of the November uprisers existing in the world. So it's impressive that it's still existing in Lviv. That's why we decided to renovate it.
All those projects are absolutely amazing, and you saved those pieces of architecture from basically being destroyed. Congratulations for this. And hopefully you, viewers of Poland Daily Culture, also understand the importance of such renovations and to keep those monuments and those tombstones alive. And thank you for watching Poland Daily Culture.